Yo, these guys are low-key hating on Mr. Beast for being the quote-unquote white savior. Nigga, Mr. Beast can't win.
Refresh your backyard for less at Walmart.
Man helps out the community, he's a villain. But he could be the villain.
So, what's the verdict?
Who knows? Who really
Gorgeous.
The media beast machine is back, and this is some of his nastiest work yet.
There are over 1.5 million kids in child labor, so you can eat cheap chocolate. You see, Big Chocolate pays their farmers so little that they make less than $1 a day on average. And as a result, 45% of children in cocoa communities work in illegal child labor. And I want to tell you 3 things that Feastables is doing to get these kids out of child labor. First, we pay 100% of our cacao farmers a living income reference price, which is a benchmark set by Fair Trade to ensure farmers earn enough where they can afford housing, food, and other basic necessities. Second, 100% of our cacao is Fair Trade certified, which is the gold standard for ethical certification. They have rigorous standards that protects the livelihoods of small farmers and farm workers. And third, the farms Feastables work with are actively implementing child labor monitoring and remediation systems so the kids can get off the farms and into schools. So the next time you're in an American chocolate aisle, you have a decision to make. Support the status quo, or you can eat Feastables.
As we all know, Mr. Beast is the largest YouTuber on the platform. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care about the view counts or the sub counts or all that other stuff. And not only is he the biggest YouTuber, but he is big in the philanthropy space, giving homes to the homeless, food to the foodless, even eyes to the eyeless. Over the past couple of months, he's been taking on the chocolate industry and literally revolutionizing the space by bringing ethical practices to his platform.
Problem is, majority of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa. And so as we got bigger, everyone's like, hey, you need to switch your supply chain to West Africa. I'm like, cool. And so then I started studying and reading up about it. And I noticed that 46% of labor in West Africa on cocoa farms is child labor. And I was like, that can't be accurate. And then I started digging deeper and deeper. And I was like, holy shit. It's just almost half of labor is child labor. And so I started talking to all the big chocolate companies, or not all of them, but as many as I could get a hold of. And I was like, so what do you guys do about this whole child labor thing? And they're constantly just telling me, like, it just is what it is. That's how chocolate always has been. And I was like, whoa.
Now, I think it goes very much understated that the work he's done is actually good. It's actually beneficial. He's helping people in many different ways. Quote, to help get kids out of child labor on cocoa farms in West Africa, we started giving away free breakfast at schools. Kids are more likely to go if they know they will be fed. And one school's attendance is already up 10% in a week. Not only is he helping these kids go to school, participate in, more positive environments, but he's also providing things like housing, healthcare, and just building an overall better community wherever his, Mr. Beastified hands can go.
So you mean to tell me Mr. Beast took his white behind to Africa to build wells, 100 wells, to provide clean drinking water for over 1,000 people? People are taking it upon themselves to critique him? This man could be jet skiing off a helicopter in Dubai in the stratosphere of Pluto with the amount of money he has.
And he decides to help niggas, and all these people are mad at him, bro. Bro cannot win. Guys out there trying to help the world, and bro, everyone's hating on him. Hey, bro, log in. See, people can't even do that. Like, they would not even decide to go back and help. Stay there, just live their own life.
So he said, nah, I'm gonna go and help people live a better life. Y'all are upset. You guys are really just outing yourselves, because if you can't believe that someone is doing something out of the goodness of their heart, that just means you wouldn't have done it.
But it could also be for content, but like still,
And I know a lot of people think that there is some sort of front when it comes to these Mr. Beast operations, saying that he does this only good when he's in other countries and it's all for the video, it's all for show. But time and time again, Mr. Beast has proven that that is just not the case. I don't think that those are even fair claims to bring somebody up on. 90% of the time, somebody tweeting this out to Mr. Beast or whatever other philanthropic person is only asking this from the comforts of their home while they just, sit at their couch, not even really caring if they do anything, but more so just to critique the conversation that's happening or the things that this person is doing. And I believe these people are bad faith actors. They just want to contribute to the natural zeitgeist of hate. Hell, there's even conversations of, the big chocolate companies putting all this misinformation and disinformation out there just because Mr. Beast is probably making a real dent in their profits. I'm not gonna lie. Ethically sourced goods goes great in some of these communities. And I don't think that there's anything productive sitting around looking at one person or another person by saying, yo, you wear Jordans and you're judging Mr. Beast, or doing doing all this back and forth online is honestly not relevant. Mr. Beast is doing good, and so should we, but because he has so much money and heart and room and space for all these things, it is good to see somebody like this doing some good. But there are
Bro, the government can easily do that. They don't want to.
some valid criticisms
Bro, less money than like some of them, and they're not doing that.
of what he is doing in these videos, and that packaging comes into question. Mr. Beast is a genius. I mean, over 100,000 hours spent on this content game, and he knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to putting out a certain type of content, you know, making clicks, driving views, etc., to the different social media platforms. So you can almost guarantee, hell, not almost, you can guarantee with everything in your life that these attempts at drawing people in with click this video to feed one person or saving child slaves from Africa are very, 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 very intentional. And it's nasty. Freeing slaves versus anything else is a choice.
None of you motherfuckers on Twitter were going to give me the ability to
They're not gonna do
My
it.
government wasn't going to do it. So this man, out of the kindness of his heart, maybe it's for different reasons. I don't actually care. I just want to see with my eyes again.
What I'm saying,
I want my kids to have clean drinking water because nobody else seems to give a like. I think people forget that aspect of it, and they just want to talk about optics. Optics is for people who are privileged.
The question that comes to the forefront is, does the framing of the content matter or equal to the act of itself? I mean, ultimately, it depends on who you ask. I'm pretty sure the people in need don't necessarily care sometimes how the charitable donation is given to them. But I also do think that gamifying some sort of charitable contributions or donations or whatever is sketchy. Like, I think that that's kind of weird. But I think saying what's more or less is not necessarily furthering the conversation either. Now, this is not one of those videos or one of those communities or places and spaces that's talking about actively actually canceling Mr. Beast. I don't think that those are real conversations. And the people in the discords with, you know, nothing but whitey tighties on and hands down their pants, literally sending tweets back and forth, are not necessarily the best people. Now, if it's talking about some other matters that aren't necessarily philanthropic, hey, there's place and space for that. But specifically in these regards, I don't think that those are like real people. That canceling Mr. Beast for this stuff is not real. Just because somebody's giving pushback or a different perspective doesn't mean that they wish to then deplatform a person. It's just about creating that balance and understanding how we can then take these decisions and these actions, evaluate them, and move better and proceed with a better outlook next time. But tweets like this tweet from Mr. Beast have people up in arms because, you know, you don't have to do these things on video. My two worst performing videos this year are the ones where I help people. Just thought I'd share this because some people think I just do it for views, but I would get way more views if I didn't help thousands of people walk and give away millions of meals. People would also hate me less. Doesn't matter though. I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm the most subscribed YouTube channel in the world, and I believe using my platform to inspire people to do good is important. And I also like making these videos. I'm not gonna lie, there's some validity to the sayings that all YouTubers do it just for the views. You know, you don't have to do a look how great I am tweet, or you know, you just don't have to make these videos. You could just be helping people. There is true validity to those things, especially when you're making these YouTube shorts talking about
how you gonna make money though to help more people. You're not going to YouTube. Because you need the revenue.
About your chocolate factory and, you know, posing these people to stand in these positions and places and spaces to really draw in the dramatic effect of saying, hey, these people are destitute. Now, I'm going to film this video and I'm going to leave, but these people are very much in a place of need. There's terms like philanthropic harm, which people believe Mr. B should fall under the umbrella of, but to be honest with you, these are just people on the internet having discourse and having conversations and opinions. I don't necessarily think all of them are totally invalid. To be honest with you, there's validity to how all YouTubers package their titles, thumbnails, videos, etc. Hell, people are going to criticize how this one is packaged. People are going to criticize how the next one is packaged and the third one is packaged.
I remember hearing this quote. I think if it said basically, to know you're successful, look at how much haters you have. Something like that. It's something around that line. It's probably not exactly that, but something around that.
baggage. But we all can do better and we all can learn from it. I do think that there is a problem with gamifying charity. Let me be specifically clear. There's no need to guilt trip an audience scrolling through their timelines by saying, hey, 1 click equals 1 person fed. Let's just feed the person and, you know, maybe not record it. But even if you do feel the need to record it, let's just feed the person.
I realized the problem with Mr. Beast. He has a whole second channel called Beast Philanthropy where he does a lot of philanthropic efforts to make the world a better place, right? And the thing with Mr. Beast is that he genuinely wants to help the world, but people feel like he's not genuine because he's optimizing the title and the thumbnail, bro. This is a starving African child on a thumbnail. He literally sat there and took a picture and made the little puppy dog sad face. Imagine somebody's life is in turmoil and you're like, all right, pose for the thumbnail now, hold the bowl. Oh yeah, that's gonna get a lot of views. That's because Mr. Beast's entire existence is about YouTube and it is about going viral.
And then I know there's gonna be a lot of people that feel like this is big unemployment news, but it's okay for people to be criticized. Like, Mr. Beast is always going to be under heavy fire and heavy scrutiny. I think the biggest issue is that people put him on this pedestal so that they can say that he's not being the perfect human, but these people deemed him to be the perfect human in the first place. So I don't think that that's even a Mr. Beast fault. That's just more of an onlooking audience fault. And if you do feel some sort of way about the way that Mr. Beast does his charity so strongly enough that you're willing to call him out of his name or say that he's this, that, and the third, X, Y, and Z, then please block him on everything and get out there and do your part. Or at least give your views to those that you believe are giving genuine charitable donations.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm pen and paper guy. And I'm motion.
Look-y talk though. Oh, I'll go to sleep.